So this past week we did Unit 7 of our History of Psychology class, and we discussed specifically Sigmund Freud quite a bit. And because there was a lot of controversy about Sigmund Freud and his contributions to the field of psychology, I decided to look up a separate video on top 10 insane facts about Sigmund Freud and found out some interesting aspects about Freud that I didn't know. For example, he had mouth cancer and he smoked up to 20 cigars a day, which isn't related to psychology, but it's an interesting fact. And then he is deemed the father of psychoanalysis, and even though there are aspects of his theories that were controversial, and aspects of his theories that were debunked or disproven, he's one of the most well-known psychologists of all time, and that was because of his contributions to psychoanalysis and the development of therapy, psychoanalysis, and therapeutical studies, and his beliefs in the unconscious. His ideas were very controversial because of his focus on sexual nature of human beings. He got his influence a lot from Darwin, and kind of took it a step further and said that most people are driven by their sexual nature, their sexual desires, so much so that even in childhood, children were driven by their unconscious sexual needs or sexual desires, and a lot of their problems stemmed from not reaching certain developmental criteria at a young age. Freud also had a very negative view on women, deemed them the problem in society, and or the problem in society in terms of sexual tension, and that we were just lesser individuals than men in a lot of ways. And he had a lot of problems with misogyny and problems with his own love life because of his views of women, and because he just did not deem them as equals. In addition to, another fun fact about Freud is that he had a significant cocaine problem, which I didn't know that before, and he went as far as writing many articles and many studies about why cocaine was a wonderful drug, and so he had a big drug addiction, which I had not known before. And with all these controversies, you would think that Freud wouldn't be as celebrated of a psychologist, but he had such a grand influence, and his followers had kind of kept the hype up about him for such a long time that he became a well-known name, and to the point that even though nowadays we kind of laugh at some of his theories and they're not really accurate and whatnot, he still is one of the most influential and most well-known for his controversy and for his strange beliefs, some that had merit, some that didn't. Anyway, that was Unit 7, where we study Sigmund Freud.